So I had this idea to upcycle thrifted clothes into my leather goods, because why not? Give an old shirt a second chance before it ends up as someone else's garage rag? I figured I'd start simple, so I found this dark plaid flannel. It looks nice, didn't smell too weird, and seemed like a solid choice. The pattern is clean, the colors are warm, and best of all, it didn't have any mystery stains. Always a win. Now the tricky part was figuring out how to use this fabric in a way that wouldn't make my life miserable. I needed a design that could show off the liner, but wouldn't be an absolute nightmare to sew. Enter my Pured Slim Fold wallet, a middle ground between a slim wallet and a bifold. It folds, obviously, but it only has two side card pockets and two inside pockets for cards or cash. So basically it's for people who want to downsize their wallet but aren't quite ready to fully commit. Kind of like people who drive a compact SUV because they can't decide between a car or a truck. This design works best because the flannel will be visible as an accent in the center, but fully enclosed, so no frayed edges peeking out like a bad haircut. I picked a brownish red leather to complement the plaid. It's warm toned, rich, and honestly, it just looks so good. No deep philosophical reasoning behind it. When cutting the liner, I just made sure it was close to the edges, but I didn't stress over a little overhang. First, because the stitches need to go through the liner to keep it in place, and second, because I can always trim or sand it down later, kind of like dealing with a bad haircut. Just clean it up at the end and pretend it was intentional. For stitching, I went with a simple brown 1mm cord. Nothing flashy, just something that blends in. I'm using a saddle stitch because I want this liner locked in. If this thing comes apart, it won't be because of the stitching, more likely because someone tried stuffing 15 cards into a slot meant for 4. Onto finishing the edges, easily one of the most satisfying but deceiving steps in leatherwork. At first, it looks rough, like, how is this ever going to look good? But then, you trust the process, do all the steps, and suddenly, it transforms. Kind of like when you go from looking like a sleep-deprived zombie to a functional human after 3 cups of coffee. And here's the finished product. I love how this turned out. The liner adds a great contrast to the leather, and like I said earlier, this wallet is perfect for people who want to slim down their everyday carry but aren't ready to commit to a minimalist card holder. Baby steps. You can grab one of these wallets at puredleather.com. But heads up, I'm only making a limited number of these because I have a very finite amount of thrifted flannel. Once they're gone, they're gone. Just like your willpower when you say you'll only scroll for 5 minutes. If you like this video and want more leatherworking content, please subscribe. It really helps me keep making these videos and prevents me from considering a soul-crushing desk job. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.